This is my ELP101 project. In this project, I would like to explain a working of a complex circuit using the concepts I learned in my ELP101 course. So let's start. The circuit I chosen for explaining is mobile phone charger. It's a very common thing, and we have all seen it. Mobile phone charger. It's not just mobile phone charger. It's basically working of any general charger. With If we learn the mobile phone working of mobile phone charger, we can learn the working of a normal charger as well. So let's start. So first, I would like to give a brief introduction of what a mobile phone charger is. Most of us already know what it is, but I would like to just explain it once. A mobile phone charger is a device that provides electrical energy into a cell battery by forcing through current through it. Mobile phones are very common these days, and so mobile phone chargers too. Most of us use it in daily life. Nowadays, mobile phones have become an integral part of everyone's life, hence require frequent charging of battery owing to a longer duration usage. In fact, they are used to charge batteries inside the mobiles by providing them a low level DC voltage and current. There may be different types of chargers used to charge different mobile phones, but the key functioning of all these are the same. So this is a brief introduction for mobile phone charger. Let's start with the working of it. So here is the circuit diagram of the mobile phone charger. As we can see, as we can see, there's a transformer of which functioning I will explain it in a later part. There are four diodes, which constitutes a rectifier. There's a filter, voltage and filter regulations, and then there is a USB, and then there is a plug charger. So let's start it. So first, the components of cell charger is basically divided into five components. The first is power plug, second is transformer, third is rectifier, fourth is filters and voltage regulators, fifth is charger connector USB cable. So let's learn these components one by one to understand the working of cell phone charger. The first is power plug. Like any other power supply unit, the power plug is a part of charger that goes into the wall outlet. Power plugs comes in dozens of shapes and sizes. Usually, the plug has the same shape as the common outlets used in our country. The important thing to note that is the power plug is a part of the cell phone charger that goes into the power outlet. It acts as a gateway for your cell phone charger to power source, which is in this case is your wall power outlet. Hence, it means that the power plug is a component which goes into the wall and draws current from the supply voltage, that is main line from the line current. So the second component is transformer. Transformers are electrical circuits inside a cell phone charger that step down the voltage of electrical current. Transformers step down this voltage before passing it on to the mobile. The cell phone generally charge somewhere between 5 volts to 12 volts. Not all devices run at low voltage like 6 volts. Some home appliances need higher voltage to function correctly. So transformer steps down the incoming voltage to reasonable range so as to not damage the device. The line voltage that comes in our homes is about 220 volts, but the cell phone charger needs only 5 to 12 volts to function properly. If we exceed it by this amount, it can damage the cell phone and in turn our mobile phones. So as to not damage a mobile phone, we use the transformers to step down the voltage. Next is rectifier. A rectifier is a cell phone charger converts the incoming AC current into DC current. The rectification process, in the rectification process, small diodes only allow the current flow in one direction, effectively behaving like DC. We need to rectifiers in our suppliers to convert the current into DC that is usable by the said appliance. That is, rectifier convert the AC current to DC current. As you can see that it is a AC current which is now converted into a DC current. Next is filters and voltage regulators. Once the current has gone through from AC to DC, it goes through several different filters and voltage regulators. These circuits smooth out the current from the rectifier. We need it because the incoming current is not constant and it has many ripples. For a cell phone charger to work properly, it needs a constant supply of low level DC current, but because it's not constant, so we make it constant by using regulation and filters. So as you can see that filters remove the ripples from this, and regulation remove the smooth out the current into a low level DC current. Next is charger and connector USB cable. A final part of any cell phone charger is the connector. Usually the connector cable for the most modern cell phone chargers is separate, meaning that it can be taken out and replaced. In old days, it was pretty standard that the cell phone chargers came as one piece connecting wire attached to the charging brick itself. But now connecting wires connectors on both ends, USB cables are most commonly used for connecting, as we can see that. The charger nowadays have detachable USB cables, and we can attach a unique USB cable, as you can see there. So now have we learned about the components of the cell phone chargers? Let's understand its working. So when a charger is connected with the AC supply, this the LED starts glowing, indicating the proper operation of the charger. When the charger is plugged into a wall outlet, the AC current flows into the charger and contacts with the transformer. The transformer then takes a higher level of AC current and gives out a smaller AC current. The output AC current is then run into a bridge called rectification that forms by four diodes. It is basically the rectifiers. The job of the diodes can be considered as a water wave which only allow current flow through them in one direction, making AC current into DC current. The output after the rectification is not a proper DC, it is oscillation output and has a very high ripple factors. Filters convert the pulsating DC current into nearly constant DC current by cutting rid of ripples. A voltage regulator IC7805 is used to provide regulate 5 DC current. So the voltage uh, regulate the properly filtered current according to our need. Basically, the current comes from the power outlet. It's a very high current, so it's a very high voltage. So we step it down by using the help of transformer into a reasonable range. Then we pass it through the rectifier to convert the incoming AC current into a DC current. Since DC current is not constant, but we need it, so we use filters and voltage regulators to smooth out to get rid of all the ripples and get a low level DC current. Now, after using the USB cable, we we supply the we supply the low level DC current into the mobile phone, which helps charging the mobile phone battery. So this is all for the working of mobile phone charger. I hope you understood the working of mobile phone charger. Now we have understood the working of mobile phone charger. We can also understood the working of mobile phone of any other general charger by using the same principle. These are the some references which I used in making my presentation. You can visit these sites to understand more about the working of cell phone charger and to have a deeper understanding of it. Thank you very much.